Hey y'all. So let's get into things, right? Let's get into it. A new timeline is here. I'm gonna see what it is that we need to know. I'm gonna be pulling cards from the Wandering Heart deck here. And I'm probably also gonna pull some cards from the Super Attractor deck. So I'm gonna let y'all get in here before I get started. All right, let's go ahead and get in here. So the first card that we have is Restore. Restore. And to me, that's what this is really saying is to slow down and really allow yourself to breathe, right? And really be mindful of your breathing. Some of you are really breathing, some of you are not breathing as deep as you need to, right? Some of you are so on the go that you aren't necessarily breathing easy. You're breathing very shallow. And I feel like a lot of you, when you allow yourself to really slow down, hey babes, when you really allow yourself to slow down, is when you will really, it's really a clarity around the situation will come forth for you. Okay, here. So next we also have the Fool, and then we also have bearing fruit. So the Fool, we know that means you are embarking on a new journey, right? There's something new that you are starting. I'm doing well. How are you? There's something new that you are starting, and it really needs you to slow down so that you can get the clarity of what it is on this new journey. And we know that the being on a new journey is called the Fool for a reason because you're kind of like going into the unknown, right? You're kind of are you kind of are going into the unknown. You get what I'm saying? And because you are going into the unknown, that's kind of what make you be the fool because you don't know what's going on here, right? And so with this Restore card, it's really asking you to allow yourself to slow down and to breathe easy because you're so much on the go and your lungs, you're kind of breathing very shallow. You're breathing very shallow. And the thing about, and I'm getting meditation, the thing about when we meditate, it really gives us a moment for us to really look inward and to catch the things that we may be overlooking. You get what I'm saying? It may be causing us to really overlook the things that we need to be paying attention to because it's this new journey. And I but also I'm getting that this new journey that you're going to be embarking on is really going to be very fruitful for you. It's going to be very fruitful for you. But you have to allow yourself to be the student in this season, right? Whatever it is that you're starting, really allow yourself to soak up all the knowledge that you need. Even the knowledge that you may feel like you already know, there's nothing wrong with a refresher, because this is going to be very fruitful for you. But you really have to allow yourself to meditate on it. Really allow that to recharge you. That's where the enlightenment is going to come from. That's where the clarity is going to come from this situation, when you really sit with yourself and you allow yourself to just focus on your breath and really be intentional about taking those deep breaths, because that's where, when we cancel out all distractions and we just allow ourselves to sit. It's so crazy how it's really the little things that recharges us. It's the little things. Like being able to sit and focus on your breathing is a blessing in itself. It's a blessing in itself to be able to have a moment to just, I can focus on my breathing. You understand what I'm saying? That's a blessing that we overlook. The fact that you woke up this morning, that's a blessing in itself, because not everybody was granted that. It's people that have transitioned and passed on that still had shit that they was trying to do. And here you are, given another day. That's something to be grateful for. That's something to allow that energy, that spirit to renew you, to refresh you, to restore you. It's not always the big things that we pay attention to that renews us, refreshes us, recharges us. It's not always the big things. Sometimes it's those little baby steps that's going to get us to where it is that we're trying to go. But if we must take the time to, we really must take the time to allow ourselves to recharge, to allow ourselves to slow down. That's what we're getting here with Restored, because we're on a new journey, but this new journey is definitely going to be fruitful. It's definitely going to be fruitful. But you have to allow yourself to really be present in this journey, because as we know, it's not necessarily the destination that is the gift or that is the blessing. It's the knowledge that we learn along that journey that's actually the blessing. You get what I'm saying? It's just like when you go somewhere in your car, it's the journey that it took to get to where you're trying to go that you enjoyed. It wasn't much necessary you going to the gym. It was a process of getting to the gym, having on your favorite playlist, or if you're going to go get your nails done, it's listening to your playlist, that journey to get there. More exciting than actually getting to the destination. And that's something that we have to be mindful of. That's something that we have to be aware of, because when we're so focused on the destination, that's when we're rushing things. That's when we're rushing it. When we're just so focused on, I need to get here, I'm trying to get to A to B. When really it's the things that's in the middle, from starting from A and in B, that you really need to pay attention to, because that's where the wisdom comes from. That's where the knowledge is. And that's what we have to understand. That's what we have to understand. And like I named this live here, a new timeline is here. I don't know if you feel that energy shift since the new moon was in Scorpio, but it's very much so a new timeline is here. And we're going to continue to see this new timeline unfold. The things that are going to happen, these things that are happening that we are not seeing yet, or that some of us are seeing unfold, this is a time really to look inward and continue to do the work so that you are in the position that you have been born here to do. Okay? Because the energy very much feels renewed. It very much feels like we made it. I don't know if you all are feeling that, but I definitely am feeling that. And for me, that's where it's really like, yeah, we're continuing to do the work here. We're continuing to allow ourselves to no longer operate how we used to operate. Like that old timeline is dead and gone. It's it's no more of that. It's like the things that we were prioritizing, we're no longer prioritizing those things. Hey babes, it's like we're no longer prioritizing those things, right? This is all part of the new timeline that we are here to do. We are all part of that new timeline. We were born during this time for a reason. And so now it's really just about getting to work. And also making sure that you aren't hiding who you really are. Make sure that you aren't hiding who it is that you know you are called to be. Making sure that you aren't hiding your gifts. You get what I'm saying? Making sure that you aren't hiding your gifts. This is not the time to run and hide because things are going to get sticky. Things are going to get sticky, but we have to understand that this is not the time to run and hide. This is the time to get inspired. This is a time to really be committed to the work that you are called here to do. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it's really about. Okay? That's what it's really about. I'll go ahead and pull some cards from my tarot deck. Yeah, so we have the Airphant here. Like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of you are embarking on a new journey and you're learning new things. You're really learning new things. And these are things that you've been wanting to learn. And some of you are even going back to school. Some of you are even going to get your certifications in certain things. You know, this is the time where we are really able to sit down and to focus. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm seeing here with this. What also came out was the Two of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles here, there's options on the table. There's options on the table, and I feel like you're really trying to find the balance from this, right? So maybe you're trying to find your balance when it comes to your finances, right? Trying to find balance between spending money and also saving, investing and also saving. And you're just really trying to figure out which way to go from there, right? And at the same time here, with this Five of Pentacles, I feel like you're also, when you're thinking about saving, and because what can happen here when we're in this balance of trying to save and then trying to spend money and trying to find a healthy balance of that, sometimes we start to look at lack. Right? We start to have a scarcity mindset of, because we're so focused on trying to find that balance between saving and trying to find that balance of saving and spending money, we can often get discouraged still, even though the funds are there, but we're just trying to place them in certain categories so that our money can work for us. And this is really telling me of, with the Five of Pentacles, that you're looking at a place of lack when you're really thinking about trying to find that balance. And you have to remember that when you're saving, don't look at it as like lack, like, oh, now I can't do this, or now I can only do this. You need to start looking at it as that you have everything you need. You don't lack anything. You have everything you need and you don't lack anything. You get what I'm saying? And if you look here with the Five of Pentacles, it's kind of like all you have to do is change your perspective. Just because you're called to like really save right now, or you're called to find that balance between spending your coin and also saving your coin, you have to think about it's just a mindset shift when it comes to you understanding that just because you can't get that right now, it's not a never. It's not a never. And it's not like, oh, well, I have to save this, so now I don't have enough to do this. It's just right now. Because this is a time to really be very strategic with your funds. And you have to find that balance to where you are spending and you are saving. You're not leaving yourself on E. But at the same time, you're also not being stingy with yourself and not spending money. Right? Because money loves when you spend money, because that's how it comes back to you. You want to stay in that rotation of money. When you spend your money, you're telling the universe that I have enough. I love spending money and money's attracted to me. You're saying that I know that these funds are going to come back to me in tenfold. And you definitely want to pay attention to how you feel when you spend money and how you feel when you spend money on certain things. Right? So when it comes to you spending money on certain things, if this brings in life into you, if it's giving you more life, then that was a good purchase. It wasn't a waste. Right? If you're buying yourself something that makes you excited and make you happy, something that pushes you forward in the journey that you're on, and getting you closer to your joy, getting you closer to your goals, that was not a bad purchase, because that is raising your vibration. And it's that vibration that's going to attract more money for you. That's how you stay matching the frequency of money and attracting all the things that you need. Is that frequency, that excitement that you get when you can buy yourself these new shoes, these new clothes, or buy yourself this new lens for your camera or things like that. Is that excitement that's actually going to attract more of the things that you want and attract more money. Because you're not operating from a place of lack, of like, oh no. Because the thing is, when we start operating from a place of lack, we become like this. We start to hoard money and we don't want to spend anything. You have to think of it like an exchange with the universe, right? And when you get to that place where you're like, oh, I don't want to spend any money. Oh, I'm too scared to spend money. You have more than enough, but you're still too scared to spend it. That is taking you, that is sitting, that's a frequency from like a lack frequency. And that's what makes more money not really come to you, because you're stingy with it. Money likes when you spend it. It's a vibration. It's an exchange in energy. So if I'm spending money and I'm buying the things that's bringing more life into me, it's a frequency exchange. You know what I'm saying? It's a frequency exchange. And that's what you want to think about. This is why it's so important to not think from a place of lack or of I don't have enough, because you do have enough. You do have enough. You know what I'm saying? And then we have the Musician card that came out here. Like I said, you have everything that you need. Even when you may not think that you have everything you need, you have everything that you need. You see what I'm saying? You have everything that you need. Because when you really allow yourself to tap into you, you will see, baby, I have everything I need with the Musician card. And I'm connected. I'm well connected. So therefore, you lack nothing. But what you need to do is just change your perspective. Stop looking over here and really take a moment to look around you so that you can understand, what it is that you need to be doing. Okay? So yeah, it's just like, this isn't a time to hide. This isn't a time to really shy away from all that you work for, right? I'm getting, some of you are getting the attention that you have been desiring for for whatever it is that you're building, whatever it is that you're doing. This is the time to continue to go hard, continue to put your all into it, because you've been waiting for this moment. So this is the time to shy away. This isn't a time to allow the daylight savings to get to you and you not pop up. You know, that you not pop out. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting here. So let's go ahead and pull from y'all, this hot, this hat's hot. I ain't gonna hold you. We'll go ahead and take that right off. Let's go ahead and pull some cards from the Super Attractor deck. Let's go ahead and do that. This is the time also to really be up on your health. Y'all know we are in the colder seasons, and this is a time where it's easy to get sick because one day it's hot and then one day it's extremely cold, and maybe at 9 in the morning it's cold as hell and then it's hot. So we got to really be up on our immune systems. I love kiwi. Oh, lovely. All right, so we have this card here that says, instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. Right? So this is more so about being present in the moment and to know that it's all working out for you. Right? It's all working out for you. If you've been someone who's been committed to doing the work, it is working out for you. And you don't have to, at the same time, stress so much about the future that it's taking you away from the present moment. Because you're like, oh, this is what I need to do next. Oh, okay. And that you're just not taking in, like, damn, I really accomplished something that I've been waiting to accomplish. You get what I'm saying? So really allow yourself to be present in that moment so that you can see that it's all working out for you. Because when you're too far into the future mentally and to the point where it takes you from the present moment, now you're just worrying, right? And it's like, really all we have is this moment. And it's this moment that's actually going to get us to the future that we're working so hard for. So the least we can do is acknowledge it and be present in it, right? This is when we're like, oh, time is racing, time is going by. And it's like, because you're not being present. When you're really watching the clock and being present, That shit go slow as hell. But when you're always on the go or always looking ahead, you're missing moments. You're missing a moment, actually. And then we have each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. So this is really about looking inward and allowing yourself to really um connect to your inner guidance. And don't be afraid to have those difficult conversations with yourself as well. Oops, let's see if we can get a couple more. Okay, we got a few more. So, true manifestations are powered by service and love. So, make sure that you're really being genuine and that you are showing up as your authentic self so that way you can also show up and find your community as well. I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. So, this is to the people pleasers. Don't allow, you can still show up for your people and things like that, but don't allow it to come at a cost of your peace. Remember that those boundaries are for you. Those boundaries are, no one's going to remind you of your boundaries. You can tell people your boundaries, but your boundaries are for you. So no one's going to remind you, oh, hey, remember you didn't want me to do that. They're still going to try to do whatever it is that you didn't want them to do, but it's you to remind them, hey, I don't like that, or no, I don't have time for that, or absolutely no, I don't have the bandwidth to participate in this. Just little things like that when it comes to showing up for your community. Or maybe you're too tired one day. You are honor that feeling, because it's not just about them. You get what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you are your best self as well. And I think that's very important. Okay, guys, so this is going to be a very short live today. I just wanted to really check in with you guys and really just remind you guys that a new timeline is here. And I know I'm not the only one that can feel like just the old washing away, like the old versions of ourselves. Just, we're now moving on, right? We're now moving on with the intention of really showing up for ourselves and really moving with the intention that, yo, we can really create the life that we want. We just got to be disciplined. We just got to be disciplined to do the work. You get what I'm saying? And there's different levels and different areas of doing the work. Physical, right? Making sure that you're moving your body, making sure that you're eating, making sure that you're mindful of what it is that you're eating, making sure that you're tuning in with yourself spiritually, making sure that you are showing up for your loved ones, have that community, right? There's many different areas to you. It's not just all work and no play. You can still have that same mentality, but you want to have that mentality in every area of your life, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You want to have that in every area of your life, because if you are wearing yourself down, but you're like so focused on chasing the bag, and you're not tending to making sure that you're eating a good breakfast, or making sure that you're drinking your water, making sure that you're stretching your body, make sure that you're moving your body, making sure you have a routine of a skincare routine or things of that sort, then it's like, what are you really doing? What are you really working hard for? Because if you are wearing yourself down and not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be here and for the future you that you are working so hard for. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what you have to remember. Get your shit together and organize in every area of your life. Not just when you're going to chase the bag, not when you're just showing up and showing out. It needs to be mind, body, and spirit needs to be in alignment. And that's what this 2024 has really been all about. It has been about aligning your mind, body, and your spirit. It hasn't been about just chasing a damn bag and pushing, not prioritizing rest, only prioritizing productivity and things of that sort. You have to understand too that rest is also productivity, because that's where the clarity comes from. A lot of you get stuck because you're keeping yourself in that rat race of productivity. And you're trying to figure this shit out while you're in it. You're not resting. You're not taking a day or two off. You're just on the damn go and then wonder why, oh, I hit another wall. You've hit another wall because you are not prioritizing rest. Because rest is where the clarity comes in. And this is also why it's so important to align yourself with nature. Because as we see, this is the fall season, baby. Okay, this is the fall season. And this is the time where you should be slowing down and really getting your shit together, because we're going into hibernation season. This is a time when you should be slowing down. This is a time when you should be eating more soups. This is a time when you should be drinking more teas. This is a time when you should be really tapping into self to say, what is it that I need right now? Not what is it that I'm going to do right now. It's not about doing. It's not about doing. It's about being. And this is why it's so important to align. This is why I say aligning with the cosmos is aligning with nature. The seasons, all this shit is connected. And as humans, we should be operating with the seasons. We should be collaborating with the seasons. We should be working with the seasons. You get what I'm saying? So this is very important. We're here in November now. This is why I say it's a new timeline. None of that other shit of just super productivity. We're just super productive. We're just knocking shit out. And here's the thing, you could also do that, but not at the cost of you not prioritizing yourself. Prioritizing your well-being. Because we all have an expiration date, and there's no guarantee that future you that you are racing for and you are pursuing will be here to see it. But you can take care of yourself now and in this moment that will allow you to hopefully see that future you. This is a time to be up on your vitamins, your immune system, drinking your ginger tea, getting that mucus out of your body. This is that time. Moving your body every day. I don't care if you're walking, jumping, hopping, skipping. You need to be moving your body. It's not that you're getting old. It's that you're just not moving your body. You're not keeping your joints youthful. That comes from moving your body. Meditating. That's how you clear your mind. You know how you cut off your electronics or you reset your computer, things of that sort? That's what you're doing when you're meditating mentally. When you're meditating and you're focusing on your breath. That's you resetting your mind. That's you clearing out your mind. Some of you are so distracted because you aren't allowing yourselves to really clear out what's in your head. This is that time now. This is also the energy that we're moving into in 2025. When Pisces becomes the North Node and Virgo becomes the South Node. Remember, the South Node is what we're moving away from, what we're letting go of. right? So Virgo is all about work, 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 practical, overcritical, things of that sort. We're moving away from that, where Pisces is all about spirituality. Pisces is all about looking inward, taking your time, being of service to the community, relying on your intuition. You get what I'm saying? This is where we're moving to this is what we're moving to as a collective. This is why I also tell people to, when it comes to your astrology birth chart, look and see what your North Node is. A lot of you are like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what my gifts are. Oh, all of this is happening to me And when you look into your birth chart and look at your North Node, it's happening for a reason, because sometimes what you go through, what you've been through, you're here to teach people how to get through those things. Like, if you are really serious about finding out your purpose and finding out what it is that you're called to do, look at your North Node. And if you really are serious about what it is that you need to move away from, what it is that you need to let go of, look at your South Node. So this is a time for us to really get in pocket. This is a time for us to really get in pocket. If you're still all about that hustle and bustle, I'm on the go, I'm knocking, baby, you are operating on a whole different timeline. You're not here in this timeline, because this timeline is about slowing down and relying on your intuition, knowing how to tune into self to hear your own inner compass. This is why I say a new timeline is here. So you want to be ahead of time if you start now. Look it up. Look it up for your North Node and your South Node. And the collective, like I mentioned, we're moving to Pisces and Virgo. North Node in Pisces, North Node in Virgo. So this is a time to really make sure you're taking care of yourself. Those diseases that people are saying, oh, this is passed down from so-and-so and so-and-so, is what's passed down is those bad habits. Diabetes don't have to run in your family. It don't have to. It can stop with you if you change your eating habits. If you prioritize stress management. You don't have to become a gym freak when we say move your body or exercise. Do an exercise that it makes you excited and that you look forward to. For me, it's jump roping, walking, yoga. This is how I move my body daily. I look forward to those things. I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. to run to the gym. That ain't for everybody. You need to figure out what's for you. That's not for everybody. Working out at home isn't for everybody, because your ass ain't gonna be consistent. You're gonna walk right past that damn kitchen and turn around and go right look at that snack cabinet. Some of you do need to leave the house to go to the gym. Some of you do need to leave the house to go to the gym. Because some of you don't have the discipline to work out at home. And that's fine. But the point is, figure out what works for you. Figure out what works for you. That's what this is about. Because the new timeline that is here, it's no more, oh, I'm going to do what she said to do. I'm going to do what this person's doing, even though it's not working out for me, but I'm going to do that. Oh, I need this person to think for me. Oh, I need this person to speak for me. Where that timeline is gone. You're going to have to get the hell up, lace your boots, and let's get to work. Okay? That's it. That's all. That's all I have for today. And make sure you guys go ahead and check out my description. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok at Bougie Astro Babes. Follow me on Instagram at Bougie Astro Babes, and Twitter and Threads. And if you're really curious about your human design chart and learning how to listen to your own inner authority and what that looks like, how to even do that, bitch, because you may not even know, go ahead and book a human design reading in my description bio. I also do tarot and oracle readings as well. So check that out, and I will see you guys in my next live.